Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Firefall. In the last episode, we helped Oil Spill finish fixing up his dropship, and we helped him settle a debt with some Devil Hawks. And in this episode, we are going to be going on an op with said Devil Hawks. Mission is risky business. And we're waiting for the timer.
All right, nap's over. We're coming in now.
How we looking? 35, your signal is weak. Losing you. Find Jibber. I'm getting a ton of interference. They're jamming all outside scene from their network. We need to find where they're jamming us or we'll be running blind out here. I'll take a team to take care of that. Fade and Horus, get ready to find us an entrance once we restore Sin. Everyone else, you're coming with me.
Alright, so this instance is pretty frozen over. And it's really exciting for me because if you guys look at other videos or if you were in during Antarctica, you'll know that Antarctica was pretty boring. But I really feel like they did a good job with the ice in this instance. I'm very happy that they're starting to go in this direction.
Simple. Hack the Blood King mainframe, swipe their hard drives, and get out. Triangulation puts the jamming beacon at the top of this mountain. Okay, that's our first stop then. Kid, you're on point. Find us a way up there.
Okay, and you can see that the mission tracker says that you need to explore any suspicious areas. And when we come up here,
I'm taking off to avoid detection. Send word
3
when
pop
you're ready
up.
for pickup.
You're not going to screw us over, are you, Slingshot?
Who, me? I'm not that kind of cat. I'll be there.
Right.
Oh. No, not that kind of cat at all. He's never done anything like leave someone in a melded area before. Alright, so the 3 suspicious areas. There are 3 routes that you can take through here. The first route, entirely creatures. AoE helps a lot going down this route. It's probably the easiest and the quickest. Area 2 is a combination of both creatures and humanoid enemies. This is the route we'll be taking. It takes a little bit longer, but is not as hard as Area 3, which is entirely Blood King enemies. This area is shorter, it's a more direct route, but it has a lot of Blood Kings around it. Each path actually has different voiceover as well, before you get up here to the top where the signal jammer is. So we're going to be taking the second area, as I mentioned, not because it's the fastest way like I normally do, but because it has the best voiceover. And it'll also give you a good idea of what both of the other paths are like.
Hold up! Enemy scouts ahead!
What is that? Shit! We're getting flanked!
Quick! Take them out! Scan the area. See if we can find a way through. That ice wall looks really thin. Anyone have a charge to break through it? Thin out this wildlife!
Alright, so the enemies actually aren't too different from your normal creatures, except all of them are ice-themed. The Glacial Iranas are pretty much the same as the Sieger Iranas. They throw ice spikes at you, which will do damage over time and leave a little ice spike right where it hits. It works more or less exactly like the gas cloud from the regular Arana seizures.
They found us. Take those bastards out.
I've been waiting to kill some Blood Kings. Nice houses. Quaint.
Alright, starting to take some damage here, and one thing I want to point out is the only changes I have made to this build since going to Risky Business, or going to Proving Ground, excuse me, is upgrades. I have made upgrades to this build. It is more powerful than the one we took to Proving Grounds. And yeah, I'm still getting beat up pretty badly here. This is a really tough instance.
Why?
Smush.
You're an idiot, Frank.
You know what, Hobbs? I think you're the idiot, because really, I think Frank's onto something there. We rush in there, and we get Slingshot to come around with the dropship and blow that ice sledge down. Then it crushes the Blood Kings behind us, traps us in, but that's okay, because we've got lots of dead Blood Kings. Wait here to regenerate a little bit. Now, on the note of taking lots and lots of damage, both Hobbs and Frank actually act like real squad mates. They will help you up if you go down, and you should probably help them up if they go down. It's just a really nice touch they added to keep you from having to respawn all the time. Got an elite dread up there. Elite dreads don't seem to have, like, extra hit points, but they definitely hit a lot harder. You also want to execute the elite dreads, because if you kill them before other Blood Kings, the other Blood Kings will help them up. And that can be problematic, naturally. And if you execute them, you also get a power-up. You can see we got a cooldown power-up right there, which resets all your cooldowns. There are several several of those available. I haven't gotten all of them, so I don't know if I have. I don't know if I even know about all of them.
Want to know what I was thinking?
Not really.
I was thinking that you and I have been doing this together for a long time now.
I don't think I like where this is going.
We've had our, moments.
Warned you, Frank. That never happened.
Look, all I'm saying is, if we somehow make it through this crazy mess and stuff, I don't know, maybe we should just say, hey, let's get married or something, you know? Something crazy like that. Why aren't you saying anything?
That's disgusting.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
You're like my brother.
Ah, you gotta be kidding me. I got freaking friend-zoned again? What the hell, man? Every time!
I know the feeling, Frank. But yes, that is why we came down this road. By far the best voiceover, in my opinion, of all three paths. You also want to stop and pick up all of the crates because they do hold quite a bit of crystite. This is one of the best paying instances so far without including the rewards.
There's the jamming beacon. We need to get close enough to disable it.
Aw, man, we've got company. Blood Kings, headed our way.
We don't have time for this. Just blow that jamming beacon apart.
This thing's kind of invulnerable.
It's got multiple shields. We're gonna have to disable them one at a time.
Alright, and now we are at point defense. This area can be pretty tough, but I'm going to show you guys something that's a very valuable strategy, a very valid strategy as well. If you stand behind this, Hobbs and Frank will carry most of the aggro. Okay, that was a bad example. And it also provides good cover. Pretty soon, we are going to get some additional guests.
You guys hear that?
Darkslinger, you have to be kidding! Hurry up on that jamming beacon!
You didn't mention Chosen in your plan, Hobbs. We should scrub this mission.
The sooner that jamming beacon's down, the sooner we can get the hell out of here.
And right on cue, a dark slip, excuse me, shows up, and will begin to launch drop pods.
First shield's down. Start shooting at the jamming beacon.
We can conserve our ammo if we disable those other shields first.
Now, option one
Dark
here
Slip is launching drop pod.
is wait for these drop pods to come down. Hide behind this pillar because apparently the Blood Kings aren't smart enough to walk around it. And let the Chosen deal with the Blood Kings. Option 2 is to pick one side and start rooting for them. If you do this, I recommend rooting for the Chosen. The Chosen are far easier to take down as they have shock troopers, not nearly as many assaults. Those assaults are doing a lot of damage. And it's really best to get rid of them first. That's the option I'm going to be going with for the time being. Option 3 is that you immediately start attacking the tower and do as much damage to it as you can. This option's really not the best option because you've got a lot of enemies and a lot of fire going around, and when you're out running around here fighting, you tend to draw aggro from both the Chosen and the Blood Kings. So instead of fighting each other, they just end up all fighting you, and it's pretty easy to get overwhelmed at that point. Speaking of being easily overwhelmed, unless you are an absolute stellar assault player, I do not recommend an assault frame for this instance. Assault or biotech, really. I suppose Accord, Biotech, and Dragonfly are fine, but what you really want is something that has either a rifle type weapon or a chain gun type weapon, something that's good at single point damage. Coming in here with an assault, you really need to move fast. There's not enough weak enemies like Arana or Siegers to warrant coming in here with an assault, really. If you are going to come in here with an assault, I realize that, you know, they don't give you much of a choice. They pretty much say, oh, here, pick a frame, pick a playstyle, and run with it for the entire game, and then go redo it later.
They're usually, like, huge. This looks like only the tip of one.
Who cares? Keep shooting at it!
Now, Frank's got a very good point.
Almost destroyed. Keep it up.
You felt that, right?
Shut up and keep firing, Frank!
So you don't actually want to kill this jamming beacon
The ground's coming apart.
What
while
the-
you're standing on the ice.
What
It's a very long way down, and believe it or not, dying is not a necessary part of this mission. Even though you do get a checkpoint on the way down, if you don't get back in time.
Hello, can you hear me? Loud and clear, Arrow. You got rid of the sin interference. You say that like you doubted us. Well, not all of you. Funny. Fade, Horus, how are you doing?
We've been making friends with Chosen over here. They're launching a full-out attack on the Blood King's front doors.
We have some Chosen on our side, too. Push forward on the mission. This could be an opportunity. I've got your position on scene. That cavern leads into the Blood King facility. Follow it, and we'll meet you at the mainframe. Roger that. Okay, let's move out!
We got some natives!
Squash them!
Why the hell are there so many Aranyas down here?
Heads up. Chosen are really starting to hammer on the facility where we are.
We'll need to pick up the pace if we're gonna get that data on the Midas. The Midas? I thought this mission was about payback. Come on, you're smarter than that, aren't you? The Blood Kings know where the Midas is? Where do you think Oil Spill got his inside info?
Alright, so coming down here, you're going to want to have a couple of AoE abilities cooled down, if you have them. Another valid strategy is to try and lure this big horde of Arana down into the pit with you when you go. We'll be going there in a second. But I like to take them all out right away. If you needed to stop at the garage, it's kind of necessary to take them out first. And as always, very profitable crates. Alright, coming down into this area, it is very vertical, and as with most vertical things, you want to stay on top.
Whoa! This is huge!
It's a dump. Let's get what we're after and get out of here.
We got scavengers. You're gonna pay for this.
Fire at will! Fade, what are we looking for? The mainframe is under lock and key. We need to find the 3 keys that unlock the terminal. And where the hell are we supposed to look? I've got this one. Give me a second. And there. I've marked each key-carrying Blood King in the facility. Counting.
Alright, now that we've got a break in the voiceover, for 12 seconds at least, I guess I should talk about keys real quick, actually. So the keys will spawn one at a time in the world, and they can spawn in one of several locations. They do favor locations. Key 1 does favor this bottom area down here. And
You've got it. Now plug it into the terminal. Heads up. These keys contain a security mechanism that drains your energy. You're not going to be able to use your jump jets while it's in your possession.
And if you beat the Blood King to the key, you actually don't really have to fight him for him. You can just grab it and run off. If he does manage to get it, however, you will have to kill him, and that can be a little bit tricky because all they do is run away from you. And as soon as they grab the key, they are granted an extra 150% health on top of what they normally have. They seriously run around and it says 250% health above them. You also want to keep coming back here to the top because the top is one of the locations the keys can spawn, and it's really just a good strategic location. It's the fastest way to any spot
Eyes on the second key.
on the map. So if you're trying to beat the Blood Kings to the keys, top is the place to be. Got an elite assault after us. Hopefully he won't blow me off the ledge.
Only 1 key left.
Now, even after we're getting messages about jump jets and stuff, the jump jets are not disabling properly. It is a bug. It will be fixed probably in the near future. However, I'm using it to my advantage, but this time I'm not going to cheat, and I'm going to show it regularly.
That's the last key. Boom! Now let's unlock that terminal.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. You know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna survive without jump jets. Ah, heavy armor. Come back. So yeah, that could get really tricky without any jump jets on you. I'm gonna grab these health packs down here. But like I said, I did have to cheat to get them, so be very careful going through this area. Should have my heavy armor back before I get to the terminal. And that'll make things much easier. Jesus, I think I took the long way. Ah! How did I miss a door that wide? Heavy armor. And we're good.
Great. The mainframe is open. We've almost got the Midas. Hack into the central mainframe and get that data.
Alright, and we're back to a point defense
Get me into that mainframe, boss.
style thing.
Okay, I'm in.
Alert. Systems mainframe undergoing a internal cyber attack. Armed assistance is requested.
Damn it. Must have triggered something. You've got hostiles incoming. Heads up. If they shut down both side relay terminals, I'll be cut off from the mainframe. And if they shut down the central mainframe, we'll have to start the download from the beginning. You heard Arrow. Keep them off the terminal.
Alright, once this timer starts, you do not want to leave the terminals. For pretty much any reason, because they can get behind you very quickly and start hacking terminals. And once they hack the terminals, the main terminal is an immediate effect. You have to restart the download, and either of the side terminals only have 28 seconds.
Blood teams are on a relay terminal. Take them out. Download at 50%. Blood teams deactivated the relay terminal. You need to reactivate it before it locks.
Alright, so like I said, you really don't want to leave these. Do as I say, not as I do.
We're losing one of the relay terminals. You need to reactivate it.
Yes, I know, Fade. Give me a second. Alright, and we're good.
Blood teams are on a relay terminal. Take them out. Reactivate that relay terminal before it locks. Download at 75%. We're almost... Oh, my sync just froze. Wait. No? Probably network right.
Alright, now take note of Arrow's comment just there. We will be coming back to it before we leave the area.
Download complete. You're clear to get the hell out of there.
Alright, as soon as she said that, get the hell out of there.
Sorry for... Wait, the data's being pulled off my server. You hacked me? We've lost a lot looking for the Midas. We needed to ensure it was in our hands. You don't trust us. I don't trust anyone.
We got chosen pouring in. We ready to get out of here or what?
Horace, prep the bomb.
I'm on it.
Bomb? What bomb? We're blowing the facility. There's no way in hell I'm letting any surviving Blood Kings know we were here.
Bomb set. We've got about a minute. Let's move.
Run! Move your asses if you want to live!
Hey, Minute, you're insane! Let's get the hell out of here! Slingshot, where are you with our pickup? Slingshot?
Settle down. I'm en route to meet you just outside the cave.
Alright, and this is actually the best I've ever done getting out of this cavern. But if you're within 300 meters, or if you're 300 meters or more away when that thing goes off,
We're all here.
you're gonna die.
That's what I call a heist. You nearly got yourselves killed. That's part of the job. If you can't handle it, switch careers. We're coming with you to find the Midas. No, you're not. You got hired for this job, not the next one. You would have never found the Midas without us. And that's why we paid you. I'm done talking about this. Let's get the hell out of here before more Chosen show up.
You know, Fade, or not Fade, you know, Hobbs, I really don't think it's a good idea to be going off on your own. You do not make good calls as a leader. Anyway, so it would be easy to attribute Arrow's comment about the server freezing on her to Fade hacking her. However, I don't think that's what happened. And we'll be finding out more about that next time. Alright, that about does it for this mission. I don't know about, it definitely pretty much does it for this mission. Next time on Firefall, we are going to be doing the last instance mission of Chapter 1. See you guys then.